What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the DC Collectibles DC Comics Designer Series Greg Capullo Commissioner Gordon figure, and it has been a long time since we've gotten a Commissioner Gordon figure. One of the more important one of the more important characters from the DC universe. You would expect that we would get at least a couple different versions of Commissioner Gordon, maybe an older version, a younger version. Now this comes off as a much younger version of Commissioner Gordon, hence the 0 year Batman, and I think this figure looks absolutely fantastic in packaging. He comes with two accessories. He comes with a handgun over here. I'm way off camera. Good job. He comes with a handgun right here, and he does come with a walkie-talkie two-way radio. On the side, you have some nice artwork from Greg Capullo. There we go. And it says figure number 11 out of the series, and I hope this series continues on here. In the wave, we have 0 year Batman, which I already uploaded his review, so if you want to check that out, you can. Then you have Two-Face, which I do plan on picking up, as well as the Riddler. I know he wasn't in this series, but I do plan on picking him up. And then you have Batgirl. She's on the way, and we have Commissioner Gordon. So, really great. Good job with these figures. I am a big fan of these figures. Yes, I am. I do declare. So let's not take any more time up. Let's get Commissioner Gordon out of packaging, and we'll take a closer look at him. I'll be right back. Okay, and we're back with Commissioner Gordon out of packaging, and I gotta say he's actually a really nice figure. And I mean, granted, these figures are not going to be your best articulated figure, but I mean, going in as a collector, if you're new to collecting, I'm letting you know right now, these guys don't have the best articulation. But if you're already going in and you've already been a collector for years, and you already know this is not why we buy these figures. We buy them for the sculpt, and we buy them for the paint applications. So I think this is a fantastic version of an updated version, a much needed updated version of Commissioner Gordon, and I think it's really well done. He holds his gun beautifully. It's not wobbling around or anything like that, like most action figures would have. He holds his walkie-talkie very well as well, I should say. Nice paint detail going on here. I don't see any rubbing or paint rub or anything like that. No bleeding on the black or anything like that. Everything looks really crisp on this figure. Some nice sculpting on the handgun itself, as you can see there, on both sides. So I just think this is a really crisp figure. I really don't see too many problems with this at all. Maybe the line work on the back, the black lines, could have been a little bit better, but I'm not really going to nitpick too much. I just really think this is a fantastic figure, and just really glad to have an updated Jim Gordon. A much needed, may I say, updated Jim Gordon. They did a really good job with the glasses as well. There actually are frames in there, so if you actually kind of put him, because you know in the comics how sometimes Commissioner Gordon's in a certain light, and you can actually see his. Oh, my phone's going off. You can actually see the glare, and it makes his glasses look almost all white. If you put him in certain lighting, you can actually get that effect. Like right there, you can see it. You can almost not see his eyes at all from the glare. I just think that's really cool. It's a nice little touch to have an actual lens in there to do that. Granted, they're just probably a plastic lens, but it works still the same. And his glasses are not removable. They are glued to his head, and that's how I would prefer it. I don't really need to take Commissioner Gordon's glasses off. Doesn't really make sense. And for me, this is how Commissioner Gordon should look. This is how he's always looked to me. The whole Gotham TV show, that does look anything like Commissioner Gordon. He doesn't even wear glasses in that show, and he doesn't even have a mustache, for God's sake, and he doesn't even have red hair. I don't know what the hell they're thinking over there with the casting, but that show is a pile of poop. Anyway, back to the figure. He actually has some pretty decent articulation with him. As far as it goes, the head does move. I want to be very gentle because I don't want these glasses to pop off or anything like that. My phone is just exploding right now. I don't know what's going on. Batman's calling me. His head does do a nice head tilt side to side, and it does do a full 360 rotation if you want it to. It does look up, if you need it to, a little bit past eye level. He does look down nicely. His arms don't go out. I actually don't mind this too much because they did give him a bicep swivel a little bit lower towards the elbow, actually, so I guess an elbow swivel. But his arms do swivel like that in a full 360 rotation. He does have an elbow slash bicep swivel there, a single bend at the elbow. He does have a wrist rotation, and let me see if he's got a ball hinge. It's kind of got a ball socket, so you can get a little bit of a rotation there as well. He does have a waist swivel. I do think it's there. Maybe not though. It is a little strange right here. Now looking at that looks a little strange to me, how skinny his waist is. But I guess maybe that's for, I'm going to check and see if he does have a waist swivel here. I don't think he does. If it is, then mine's frozen, but I don't think he does have a waist swivel. That waist is a little odd, though, how skinny it is. I'm surprised they didn't just make that waist flush with the shirt. That is an odd thing. But maybe they did it for some sort of reason. I don't know, for the overlapping for the belt, since that's sculpted to the shirt. Very strange, though. The legs do go forward about that far, and they do go back nicely. Not good range of motion going backwards. A single bend at the knee, and he does have an ankle swivel. They do go back and forward, probably not the mostly forward, I would say. So if you want to have him in a nice walking pose, I guess you could do that. But he does have an ankle pivot, which is a nice surprise with this figure. Since mostly he's going to be standing, I really do think most to all action figures really do benefit from the ankle pivot articulation. A lot of people don't like it because, oh, my ankles get loose over time. I own a lot of figures, and I guess what? I own a lot of Marvel Legends, and a lot of their ankle pivots have never become loose on me. Unless it's maybe like a Series 1 Captain America or Series 1 Iron Man. Their ankles have become loose over time, but as far as I've owned action figures, I've never really had that problem, so just letting everybody know. But like I said, he does have some good articulation where it's needed, I might say. Sometimes you get an action figure and he's got just articulation in the strangest, oddest places, like if you got a upper thigh swivel and then you got a boot swivel. That's kind of redundant to me. Or if you have a swivel at the upper thigh right here, like a ball joint, and then you have a thigh swivel, and then you have a boot swivel. That is just too much. You're putting just too much in one area. You don't need all of that. I mean, even a Spider-Man action figure, which should have the most articulation of any action figure, doesn't need that much. So, but really nice paint applications. Going back to this, the coat is actually glued on to the shirt here, and then you can flank it open like so, or flank. Open it like so, and but really good job on this coat. It's just very well done. Good, really good rendition of Commissioner Gordon here. This is why I think this is my favorite line, is because it's so well done, and it just looks just like they took these figures out of the pages of Craig Capullo's art. It really is just so nice. I'm kind of just geeking out right now on this figure. I really do like it. This and the Batman 0 year, and even the original release. I just love all of these figures. And for a little size comparison, we'll do this. We'll have him standing right there. And I just happened to grab Nightwing, so I'll bring in Nightwing here. And they're around the same height. Obviously, Nightwing's much larger, which he should be. Well, maybe Nightwing's got a little bit height on Commissioner Gordon. If I were to improve one thing to this line, I think I would prefer that certain characters be in scale better. You know, you've got some that are out of scale, like the what is it? Batgirl's a little bit out of scale. I mean, just some people are out of scale. The Nightwing shouldn't be as tall as Batman. I just wish they would fix their scales for the action figures. That would be my biggest gripe, I think, with the DC Collectibles figures overall. But overall, for this figure, I would definitely recommend you getting this. I mean, not a lot of people maybe want a Commissioner Gordon, but if you were to get one, and this is saying a lot because I really love the old DC Direct one from the Hush line. I love that action figure, but he's got glass problem. His glasses break very easily on that figure, and they aren't glued to his head. And even after I glued them to his head, they still kept popping off. So I would take this one over the DC Direct one, and I own 2 of those figures. So I would definitely take that, and hopefully maybe down the line we'll get an Alfred figure, and that would be a huge plus because, yet again, the only other Alfred figure that we've got from DC Collectibles was the Hush line Alfred. So it would be a big step up if we got that, and some. Just keep pumping these out. I just love these figures. So with that being said, I would definitely recommend this figure. It's a 2 thumbs up. Go get him. I would highly recommend you get him. Him and the 0 Year Batman, definitely out of this series or this wave, I would say they're probably the 2 highlights of this wave. Yet again, I don't have Batgirl yet, and I haven't picked up Two-Face, so I can't really say that. But for right now, out of the 2, I don't know. It's a toss-up. They're definitely really great figures, and yeah, so there you go. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I will see you guys on the flip side.